Well, hello there, folks. Stambo here. I'm out for the weekend. It is December 31st, 2011, New Year's Eve. So let's take a look around where I am. Now, what I've got here is my base camp. Where I am, there's no walk of shame possible. So what I do for safety is I've come in here and I've now set up my base camp. So what I'm going to do is hike in. I've already got wood enough for several hours. Now what this is a clear cut out here, just a little south of where my mining claim is. So where we are, is out here in the bush of northern Ontario, Canada. There's a little bit of snowfall going on. It's about -10, give or take. Nothing too terrible. Here, take a little look around. So this is a clear cut, a little spot. Again, just south of where my mining claim is. Now, you see up that hill, and you get up over there. In the direction you're looking now, about maybe half a mile from there is where my mining claim starts. And I'll just keep panning around here and let you take a little look around. So it's pretty snowy out here. It's all in all, it's pretty mild right now. So I don't know if you want to call this winter camping, bobbing, survival training. It's a little bit of everything. I've been doing this pretty often now, so it's pretty easy stuff now. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, I got my sled. So now that I've got my base camp made up, I'm going to go for a walk with my rifle and some tarps, and maybe head in a little deeper into the bush to one of my other camps, maybe pick up some other equipment. But I'm going to wander up to the top of this hill up there and scout for a spot to make a nice winter camp. I want this base camp down here because it's only about half a mile or so actually from a highway, but it's low traffic, and this is, northern Ontario. So what I'm going to do is go for a little hike, and we'll have a little chat in a bit. Ciao. All right, here we are taking a little fiver. Take a little peek down here. Okay, so I'm about 300 feet, give or take, from where my base camp was upwards. Maybe about a quarter mile away from it now. Trying to take a fairly easy pace so I don't sweat too much out here. All I have in my little sled, you can see I got my rifle and I got some tarps in an empty backpack. If I make it to where I want to go, then I'll be using the backpack. I might not make it all the way. This is pretty hard going. You can look at my toboggan's floating on about the first couple inches of snow, but my feet are going down over a foot. So it's taken a lot of energy. And so out here, I got to be really careful about a couple of things. I can't perspire too much, and I'll get chilled and freeze to death. And I don't want to waste too many calories, just burning myself out getting someplace. So what I'm going to do is, like I have mentioned before, I've already got my base camp made, so if I get too tired going up these hills, I'm just going to hop on my toboggan and slide back down right to my base camp and start a fire and be no problem. But otherwise, I'm going to see how much time and energy it takes me to get up this grade. So take a little peek. This is where I'm going, and I got to go up that way another couple hundred feet upwards in a fairly short amount of time. It's a real drag. But it's a lot easier than it would be trying to bushwhack up through all that stuff there. Now, where I am here, used to be a mountain range. At one time was the same size as the Alps are in Europe now. But it's a real hilly country. There's a lot of muskeg here and there. You've got creeks and ponds and swamps in all the low areas. It's a brutal, brutal country if you're not used to it. And, this is my mining claim, or I'm really close to my mining claim, and I'm starting to get to know this country pretty good up here. But it's it's not for the weak-willed, It's not a flat country out here at all. She's all ups and downs. Here, take a little look. You can see it drops down, and picks up, and goes down, and comes up again. A whole lot. So, tactically, for those that think like that, this is a pretty good area. You get yourself buried in up here. Unless they're dropping in at you from the sky. Wow, man. They got a hell of a climb to get to you. Alright, I'm going to climb a bit more. Heart rate's coming down. Talk to you in a bit. Hey. Stopping for a little rest. Thought I'd give you take a look at the scenery. Now check this out. So of course this is northern Ontario, Canada. I'll go all the way around for you if I can without getting too tangled up in my ropes. And there's the logging road I'm going up. Alright, quick spin around. Whee! Alright. That's where I'm going. A little breather here. Nice day. I wish it was a little colder so I wouldn't have to stop so much. Get pretty warm. I don't want to sweat. So I go a couple meters and stop. I don't want to go up there yet. Alright. Heart rate's coming down again, so chat with you in a bit. I just want to give you one of those awesome scenery shots. Check it out. It's not so much a widowmaker as a bent tree. You definitely got to watch out for the widowmakers out here. So tell me, isn't that awesome? That's the direction I came up. Canadian wilderness. This logging road that I'm on didn't even exist 2 years ago. They just kind of went up this area. They cut out a couple of bits, and they came back down again. So I'm going to continue my trek uphill here. Not feeling too bad, not perspiring at all. Very slow pace, mind you. But we're going to get up there, I think, and take a peek around and see how I want to plan my day from there. All right, take care. All right. We're a little over 300 feet above where we started. Here's a little look down the trail. As you can see, there's still a little bit of snow here and there. It's really overcast. Starting to get a little bit colder down here, up here, wherever we are here. So what we're going to do is head down that way a little bit. Another couple 100 meters, there's another little clear cut out there. So now I'm as high as I'm going to get here today. I'm at the spot where I want to start looking for a winter camp. So I'll start making it and see how long it takes me. I only got about 3 hours now before it starts to get dark. So if I get done, I'll spend the night up here. And if I start running out of time or energy, I'll slide back down the hill to the base camp. Better safe than sorry, right? Alrighty, talk to you in a bit. Alright, I've made it up to my target for the day, which is this clear cut here, which is about a little over 320, 330 feet above the level that I started on. Okay, so there's the way I came, and then down the hill over that way. So, my goal was to get here today, to see if I could get here with a sled full of goodies, and so what I've done is I've jammed a couple tarps and some other equipment underneath that log there. So the next time I come back in a week or two, I'll already have some heavy stuff up here, and then I can drag it on down to my next spot. So it's getting late. You know, I've built so many shelters over the years, I don't need to prove anything anymore. So I'll probably just wander around and scout around the claim, just this little area for a bit, and then probably head back down to the base camp. Now, as for what I've got with me, I've got my full bob pretty much with me right now. The toboggan's pretty much extra. The rifle I, normally would have across my back, and the backpack's empty, and the tarp, that's all just luxury items I have with me. Pretty much my entire system is on me. Maybe we'll go over that later. You can see I got this big, ugly-looking homemade poncho on me. Underneath me, I've got my weight distribution system, which is my entire bob outfit. I've got first aid kit and knives and fire starters and mosquito nets and everything I need to live out here in the Canadian bush. There's little back pouches, and I've got a tarp in. I got a camouflage poncho in there and whatnot. I'm pretty much good to go. I normally have my little steel pot with me, but I just left that at the base camp. I've got aluminum foil in a pocket that I could unfold and make a cup that I had to boil some water for whatever reason in a hurry. All right, I think I'll wander back down to the camp after a little tour and chat with you a bit. All right, how you doing? Stambo here. It is what? It's about 10 o'clock, December 31st, 2011, New Year's Eve. Out here winter camping. I actually just woke up. I had a nice little 3-hour nap after my hike. I hiked out a couple hours up in the hills. Checked out a spot or two. Eyeballing spots for a camp for maybe next trip when I come in again. And then I come back down here to my base camp, so I've got my tent in behind me. See if you can see it. Anyway, she's all set up. Then on the inside, I got my gear. Pretty dark, you can't see much now. And I got my new military sleeping bag that I'm trying out. So right now, if you can see it all, I've got the pot, which is just a can from some apple juice, I think, that I put clothes hanger on, and I love using those things as billy cans, I guess. So it's about minus 6 degrees. Let me just check my thermometer here. Better get out another light. Yeah, okay, so you can take a look here, and there's my kitty cat thermometer. And kitty cat thermometer says that it is, it seems to be getting warmer. So 6 degrees, minus 6 degrees, sorry. All right, my battery's flashing. I gotta charge this baby up. All right, y'all.